some crazy misogynist engineered The View, because there's nothing worse than The View. In terms of, like, there are so many brilliant women out there. None of them are on The View.
People want us divided, and they aren't just here in this country. They're foreign adversaries who are infiltrating our social media because it is prudent for us to stay that way.
You're seeing this, not just waste. You could call it waste, but it's deeper. It's deeper than waste. It's corruption. And you're seeing that corruption get weeded out. I am hoping that this is successful and that it yields a benefit to the American people, to the working class people, to everybody, where they recognize, like, hey, we can't just be spending all our tax money on nonsense.
Welcome to Twins Brother. Problem Oweth. It finally happened. The tables are turned, and The View is taking its last breath, but this isn't just a scandal, it's a full-blown legal catastrophe. Over 30 defamation lawsuits have been filed against the show, and this time they're not just facing Twitter backlash or angry rants from their usual critics. Nope, this is serious, costly, and possibly career-ending. Let's be real. The View has spent years taking aim at public figures, throwing accusations left and right, often without a second thought. The host built the brand on controversial hot takes, but now they're the ones being dragged into court. The same media machine.
No problem with people, performing. Carrie Underwood performed and said, listen, it's not political for me. I love my country.
I appreciate that people are having a hard time. Me too.
Yeah.
I work for a living. If I had all the money in the world, I would not be here.
That thrived on holding others accountable is now stuck in its own trap. At first they did what they always do, shrug it off. They laughed, cracked jokes, and acted like this was just another overblown controversy, something they could write out like all the others. Businesses, as usual, right, wrong. This time the backlash didn't just come from frustrated viewers or political opponents. It came from lawyers and lawsuits. They don't just disappear with an apology segment behind the scenes. ABC's legal team was in full panic mode. They knew defamation lawsuits are tough to win, but when you're dealing with clear-cut, undeniable false accusations, the risk goes through the roof. It's no longer just about reputation, it's about losing millions in legal battles. Networks don't like losing money, and this was bleeding cash. ABC executives had to make a brutal decision: keep the show on air and risk massive legal payouts that could drain the network, or shut it down indefinitely and cut their losses before it got even worse. And guess what? They pulled the plug. This wasn't just a temporary break or a we'll be back soon situation. This was a full-blown indefinite suspension. When ABC finally addressed the chaos, they released a carefully worded statement saying they were reassessing the direction of the show and taking concerns seriously. Translation: they knew they messed up. There was no way to spin this as a misunderstanding. Too many lawsuits, too much evidence, too much money at stake. But the real drama that was happening behind closed doors, sources say Whoopi Goldberg lost it. She was furious, blaming the entire situation on cancel culture and insisting she was being unfairly targeted even by her own political allies. Imagine that after years of defending her side, she suddenly felt betrayed. But let's be honest, was this really about cancel culture, or was this just karma finally catching up? Because at the end of the day, when you build a platform on tearing people down, you better make sure you don't slip up. And now,
when you're a certain age, you use words that you know from when you were a kid or you remember saying, and that's what I did today, and I shouldn't have. I should have thought about it a little longer before I said it, but I didn't. And I should have said cheated, and I used another word, and I'm really, really sorry.
the show that wants the power to make or break reputations is watching its own legacy crumble. For years, Whoopi Goldberg and her co-hosts have built their entire reputation on throwing out wild accusations without a shred of proof. They went after celebrities, politicians, and billionaires like it was sport, acting as if their words carried no consequences whether it was Elon Musk, Donald Trump, or even Carrie Underwood. The View never seemed to care about backing up their claims with actual evidence. They played fast and loose with the truth, assuming they were untouchable. But here's the thing: when you keep throwing mud at people who have the money and power to fight back, sooner or later it backfires, and now that moment has finally arrived. This isn't just a few celebrities sending warning letters or demanding an apology. This is a full-scale legal storm that The View never saw coming. More than 30 defamation lawsuits have landed on the doorstep, and suddenly all those reckless claims aren't so funny anymore. And Whoopi, she might not walk away from this one. For years she's been twisting facts and throwing out damaging allegations without hesitation, but now some of the biggest and most powerful names she's targeted are done playing along. They aren't just coming for an...
And as we speak, the world's richest man, Elon Musk, has full access to the U.S. Treasury federal payment system, and Democrats are ringing the alarm bell.
Elon Musk invested, what, almost $300 million that we know of on the Donald Trump campaign. Yesterday, Senator Klobuchar made a joke. She said, what's the difference between Donald Trump and Greenland? Greenland isn't for sale.
Apology. They're coming for money, credibility, and possibly even Whoopi's entire career. This isn't just about embarrassing The View. This is about making sure the people responsible pay up. At first it started small: a few legal threats, some strongly worded letters from high-profile attorneys, nothing they hadn't dealt with before. But then it snowballed. One lawsuit turned into dozens, and now some of the most unexpected names have joined forces to take down the show once and for all. And leading the charge, Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Elon Musk has been one of The View's favorite punching bags for a long time. They've thrown every accusation imaginable at him, from corporate corruption to outlandish conspiracy theories, and for the most part, Musk ignored it. He had bigger things to focus on, but this time, it's different. The allegations have crossed the line, and Musk isn't just brushing them off anymore. He's taking legal action. And Trump, well, when has he ever back down from a fight after years of being one of the show's most relentless targets? He's finally firing back. The lawsuits he's bringing to the table could cost The View millions, and if things go the way his legal team expects, this could be the final nail in the...
That's what I was thinking at the time. I'm looking. I was two tables away from Trump, and I'm looking. I'm like, man, this is too much.
Show's coffin. So how did things spiral out of control this fast? And more importantly, can Whoopi and The View survive this legal firestorm? Or is this truly the beginning of the end? For years, The View has taken every possible shot at Elon Musk, his ownership of Twitter, his businesses, even his personal life. No topic was off limits for Whoopi and her co-hosts when it came to dragging his name through the mud. But this time, Musk isn't just clapping back, he's hitting where it hurts. After winning an $80 million lawsuit against Whoopi Goldberg, Musk has officially filed new defamation lawsuits against The View, claiming
His legacy will be that of a peacemaker and unifier. That's what I want to be.
So if he's sending all the criminals away, where is he going?
they have spread false and damaging statements about him and his companies. And let's be real, Elon Musk isn't someone you want to take on in court. This man has the money, the lawyers, and the resources to make this legal battle long, expensive, and absolutely brutal for Whoopi and ABC. But here's where things get even messier. Musk isn't the only one going after them. Donald Trump and his wife are gearing up for legal action too. Remember when The View used to praise Trump back when he was just a businessman? They loved having him on the panel, laughing at his jokes, soaking up his larger-than-life personality. But the moment he got into politics, he became the number one enemy, and for years they've made one defamatory claim after another, never expecting real consequences. Well, Trump is done letting it slide. His legal team has reportedly been gathering evidence against The View for years, every comment, every false accusation, every moment where Whoopi and her co-hosts crossed the line. It's all been documented, and now it's all heading to court.
Country superstar Carrie Underwood has spent most of her career avoiding political talk, but she's set to perform at the upcoming inauguration. She said in a statement that she's doing it because the country must come together in the spirit of unity and look to the future. And lots of her fans aren't thrilled about it, but lots of her fans are.
But if you think Trump's lawsuits are just about legal drama, think again. His lawsuits don't just come with court battles. They come with.
She says, I love our country. How do you love your country and support and normalize somebody who was a convicted felon who really wants to destroy the country, in my opinion? I don't understand how you say you love your country at the same time as you normalize this convicted.
Exposure, if this case blows up, will be. Team won't just be facing legal consequences, they'll be publicly dragged through the mud with nowhere to run. And here's the real plot twist. It's not just Musk and Trump lining up the lawyers. Even Hollywood and the music industry are turning against The View, and when you've got both sides of the
This is right after she was saying, we are run by ABC News. You should trust us, not Joe Rogan, who believes in dragons. So she by saying we should trust them because they're double checked by ABC News, and then making the stupid statement
through the mud with nowhere to run. And here's the real plot twist. It's not just Musk and Trump lining up the lawyers. Even Hollywood and the music industry are turning against The View, and when you've got both sides of the entertainment industry ready to take you down, you're in serious trouble. And this next one nobody saw coming. Carrie Underwood is suing The View. Yeah, you heard that right. A country music superstar is officially taking legal action against Whoopi and her team. And why? Because just like everyone
never committed to doing it. This is like really important because they keep pretending that I lied or I did this or I did that. They never committed to doing it. Well, we went through, I've got a whole, we have all the receipts, by the way. Of course. I have a whole list of conversations that took place. They never said she was going to do it. So this whole idea that we over and then we over for Trump, incorrect. Just not.